Look, boy, I just started to do a greeting. That's not the greeting, but hey. Hey, it's so natural. It's so natural. I'm not ready yet. Here we go. One more time. Greater lights, greater light, Byron. Look. 1 Corinthians 14. That's where my mind is stuck today. I tried to go to the righteous mind and I said, look, this book says religion and politics by divided are people good and why? Huh? Reading it backwards. Noig, Iler, Dana, Skittilit, Yib, Dediv, Did, Dead, Divid, Era, Elp, Piap, Dog, Yep. The righteous mind, Jonathan Haidt. I'm going to leave you alone tonight. Oh, righteous mind, Jonathan Haidt, going to leave you alone tonight. Yeah, I'm going to leave you alone. Sit that book right on over here because I got more interesting topics to talk about and discuss. First, just some little side educational for your educational purposes. Well, not yours, but mine, to leave for my future ancient ones. That just say I go in all facets of doctrine, spiritual level, physical level, mental level, and say I break down revelations in the manner that it is just speaking of individuals itself, right? In itself. I just came up with something today that I could more than likely debunk the theory or religious theoretics that the United States is the wealthiest land on this side of the earth. It's not. Now, for me, because of my ancestral line, I would hate to know that Babylon would be considered, according to the way the scriptures fall, Babylon would be the islands. But at this point in time, and it has been for some years, the Bahamas is the wealthiest on this side of the earth. Nope, I'm not making it up. Yeah, people love to say and think it's America. It can't be America with America being in so much debt. You don't believe me? You got a computer in your hand. Check it out. Follow me. Follow me. Look, 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 look. So here's the question I asked Bing earlier today before I left out. It was just a thought. And the thought process is because I'm researching me and my genetics and the land where my grandmother says that her grandmother and grandfather, and that they didn't come over on boats, and my bloodline and my DNA and my genetics. So I say, is the Bahamas wealthier in commerce than the United States? She gives me this big spill, right? I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, but I just asked her directly. Well, it may seem direct to me, but it was, I guess, seemingly indirect to her. So the Bahamas and the United States have different economic structures, of course, and scales. See, now the reason why my mind went there, because I was thinking about how when Kamala Harris put her little sticky critical shoes on Bahamian land, and they said that they didn't have nobody come to sit to talk to no one in Bahamas in over 50 years. To come sit at their round tables in the Bahamas in over 50 years. That happened this year. So there was just a little trigger. And that's because I was over at one of my great teachers. I was in his chat and I was listening to like a Judas once again be derogatory with facts that I'm coming about, and it happened to say stuff like lioness and all this stuff, that little talk over your head stuff that I'm used to for that crew or those type of beings. But it didn't trigger me negatively. It triggered me into a point of continuing to rise. When you have a Judas, you take the dust and brush it off your shoulders, put it up under your feet, and you know how you stuff the dust off your feet and keep it moving? That's what it's becoming. It's becoming more and more natural for me to do that. Instead of being like, nobody gets offended of dust mites. They get their feathers. And, well, when we used to dust with the feathers. Then they came with the lemon polish, citrus. Lemon pledge. I pledge allegiance to dust the mites. Anyway, so she back to what I was saying. The Bahamas and the United States have different economic structures and scales, making a direct comparison challenging. The Bahamas economy is heavily reliant on tourism. Keep that in mind, right? And regulated services, which contributes to over 70% of the GDP. And you know what the GDP is, right? Does anyone know what well, ain't nobody over here but me and the Lord. So it's the gross domestic product or production. Okay. So I see her figuring that, right? The Bahamas is also transitioning to non-oil and renewable energy, which they've been did that. They were the first actually on this side to even transfer using Bitcoins in their commerce. I mean, cryptocurrency. But then that became an issue, and they tried to put a halt on that with that dude and all that big blah, blah, blah. Anyways, which plans to source 30% of its energy needs through renewables by 2030, which it will be sooner than that. The Bahamas Chamber of Commerce focuses on protecting Bahamian commerce, but they also have a seat in the United States. But United States don't have a seat over there. But I think that's what they were trying to do when they sent Kamala Harris over there. I'm not sure. I didn't really go into details and look into that any further than what she thinks she's doing. I didn't even feel like she was over there doing nothing for the United States. She was over there trying to figure out, who am I that I say I am every time I get up? Am I who I say I am? That's what I feel like. I feel like she went to do the research. Because, they couldn't just take down my lives every time I talked about her. Every time I say my mama wouldn't even shake her hand and take her hand in prayer and all that kind of stuff that I said happened, which it really did. When I say who my brother is and who my mama is and the descendant line that I come from, original old bite and all that, I really believe when she went over there, it's like, look, who is this? But at the end of the day, who knows, huh? But God. On the other hand, the United States has a diverse and a robust economy. The United States Department of Commerce works to drive U.S. economic competitiveness, strengthen domestic industry, and spur the growth of quality of jobs across the country. The department fosters innovation and invention that underpin the U.S. comparative advantage. In terms of sheer size and diversity of industries, the United States has a larger, more diverse economy. Of course it does. Look how small the island of the Bahamas is. But hey, wait, just wait. However, both countries have unique strengths and are focusing on different areas of growth and development. Like she trying to already plead side for the United States, huh? It is important to note that wealth can be measured in various ways. All right, so, and I say it again. Which country is the wealthiest? Since she act like she had a problem with the way I asked her the first time. Bahamas or the United States? And she says, well, the gross domestic product is often used as an indicator of the country's wealth. As of 2022, the Bahamas was approximately 12.90 billion, while the gross domestic product of the United States was 25,462.70 billion. Yeah, right. Therefore, the terms of gross domestic product in the United States is wealthier than the Bahamas. No, check again. Since she don't actually get what I'm saying, I say, yeah, that's the trade average of wealth merge. The amount of debt that the United States, I said that's the trade average of wealth. Merge the amount of debt that the United States is in and recalculate the answer to the question. Which country is wealthiest, Bahamas or the United States? And here she goes To compare the wealth of the countries, we could consider their gross domestic product and subtract the national debt. This gives a rough estimate of the country's net wealth. As of 2022, that was 2022 now. The GDP of the Bahamas was approximately 12.90 billion, meaning they ain't even, the little debt they have is only by $1 billion. Look, and its national debt was about oh my goodness. I'm not even going to mention that. Therefore, based on the calculation, the Bahamas would be wealthier than the United States. However, it is important to note that this is simplified calculation and doesn't take into account many other factors that contribute to the country's wealth. After all the math that she did, this is the calculation. I'm just sitting here thinking that that's all the money that United States got. That's where my mind at right now. It's not that I didn't feel like talking and doing the math with her, with what she got going on, but she just said that Bahamas, therefore, based on the calculation, Bahamas is wealthier. Why am I going there? Because when we look at prophecies and all the breakdowns of different theories in prophecy and different apologetics of the Bible and different scholars and their inputs, I'm going to leave that alone. Right now, in these days of revelation, this is just, I'm going here and I'm going to leave the rest alone. Bahamas is wealthier than the United States. And if everyone in the world thinks United States is the wealthiest land on earth, how can Bahamas be wealthier than the United States? On this side of the land, though, on this side of the waters. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm really not saying anything. Now I'm going to go into prophecies. And the reason why I'm going into prophecies is because the other day when I skipped over, I went from 1 Corinthians 13 about love. And then I said, I went over to the instruction of the resurrection in 15. I didn't complete it. And while I was live with Sun Chief Engine Dushewa, King Ellis, and a few other people, I said I would come back. I should have done the language. I shouldn't have skipped from 13 to 15. I should have came over to 14 and then went to 15. So now I'm at 14. And the only reason why my mind was on the Bahamas and wealth is because of certain prophecies in the Bible and certain prophecies throughout different religions and certain prophecies about the particular land on this side of the earth that is supposed to be the wealthiest. And in forms of misinformation or disinformation, it is assumed that United States is the wealthiest land on earth. It's not. Even their agriculture sucks. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways, let me go ahead and start with prophecy. And I don't know how far I'm going to get because I'm doing a lot of breaking things down. So Paul teaches about gifts of prophecy and tongues. But according to where I'm going to go with gifts and prophecies of tongues, I'm going to go to Federal Register also. And you know the reason why I'm going to Federal Register is because everything that's happening today is prophetic, is revelation, is the living word, meaning everything that we see in Revelation that is happening, it involves you, it involves me. And you have some people that say, well, you don't need to go speaking about what you see in Federal Register or this. But if you go into any news, whether it be YouTube news and you posting about comets or you posting about shooting stars and suns and sun rays and all, you're doing the very same thing because it's all part of prophecy. It's all part of the here and now, the end of the beginning and the beginning of the end. And when the city comes, the kingdom, and where the kingdom is going to land, and the diameter and perimeter of the kingdom, and the 12 gates, all of that. Again, whether you want to go on any form or facet of the mind, physical, spiritual, mental, or light, or all of the above. Let love be your greatest aim. Now, I agree with this. Let love be your greatest aim. But I'm going to do something a little later, maybe tomorrow, about love. And I'm underlining that right there. Let love be your greatest aim. So today, again, as I interacted with people and they said what they said, I let them know, I said, look, I can sing out here loud to the top of my lungs, feeling like I'm burning on fire for Jesus. And his coming and the return of the Son. I can do that. If I don't have love, it don't mean nothing. I can right now get the power to be able to make mountains move. If I don't have love, it ain't nothing. I can have all the knowledge. Right now, just get uploaded. The chip that's in my brain, yep. I ain't never stopped claiming the chip is in my head. I showed y'all the pictures. It's there. I shared my CAT scan. You think I reneged on that? It's still there. They can right now say, look, we for the download, upload, cleanse it, and upload you with every bit of information that exists on the face of the earth. Guess what? And I open my eyes and I know everything. And I don't have love, it don't mean nothing. So Paul says, or he teaches, let love be your greatest aim. Nevertheless, ask also for special abilities the Holy Spirit gives you, especially the gift of prophecy. Why does he say especially the gift of prophecy? That's where I'm going to stop right here for a second. So I asked Bing. I know what my definition or what I've always thought prophecy means. But I say, Bing, what is prophecy about the wealthiest country of the West? And she gives me information. If you want to know that information, go look it up. Then I ask her, give me a few more prophecies. And instead of her giving me a few more prophecies, she just tell me methods of prophecy, like Nostradamus prophecy, biblical prophecy, end world prophecies. So then I said, I would like prophecy in regards to the wealthiest land. And then she gives me a few, especially the promised land, which is a prophecy. Okay. And then I ask her again. The Bible speaks of a wealthy land and Revelations explain it. And she gives me a clip of a picture of some scrolls. And she only mentions one. And I scroll down. So then I say, okay, well, now give me the ethnology, the etymology, and the definition of prophecy. So she says, ethnology of prophecy. Prophecy is found throughout religions of the world, both ancient and modern. The Hebrew word for prophet is navi, usually considered to be a loan word. I knew you were a loner. A loan word from Akkadian. Akkadian? No. Akkadian. Dian. The lion's Dian. That's what I said. You need me to spell it out? Everybody always talking about Akkadian. Nah. Ain't no Akkadian. It's Dian. Dian. Take it for what it's worth or keep it moving. Now, the loan word from the Akkadians, Nabu, Nabaum, to proclaim, mention, or call or summon. In early Israelite history, the seer usually appears alone. But Navi appears in the context of prophetic circle. So you have gangs, and then you have the true prophets who are loners, the Akaz. The Nabu. I'm just saying. I'm not making this up. It's right here. It's not what the questions you ask. It's asking the right sound reasoning questions. So in Israel, prophets were connected with the sanctuaries. When you come out of Israel, you get the Nabis that they appear in gangs and circles with crafters and alchemists and stuff like that. So then she tells me the etymology of prophecy. The English noun prophecy, in the sense of the function of a prophet, appears from about 1225 in Old French. Prophecy. And from prophetia in Greek. Prophetia, a gift of interpreting the will of God, from Greek prophetess. The root prophetia is derived from prophemi, which means to speak before or for someone or something. So then the definition of prophecy is an inspired utterance of a prophet. The function or vocation of prophets specifically, and the inspired declaration of divine will and purpose, a prediction of something to come. So the reason why I needed the ethnology of prophecy and the etymology of prophecy and the definition of prophecy is to definitely break down why Paul would say, especially the gift of prophecy. Okay, so then I said, well, we know that as above, so below. Or we know that if something is righteous, there is a wicked form of it. And some people can't even comprehend that the reason why they can't break spells is because the spiritual wickedness in high places hovers over and around and under and beside. So once you gather that overstanding, it'll be easier to see. And love will easily take the beam out of your eye and open up a pathway for you to actually break those codes of the spiritual wickedness in high places. But back to prophecy. So I see with the ethnology and the etymology and the definition, to be precise about what Paul is saying, I also had to look at the divination form of prophecy. You have people that would study and say, well, I need to know, to be a doctor, all of the healing methods. And they don't study the versatile side, the verses, the bacterias, the viruses. If they don't, you won't know. Having the information about healing wouldn't make a difference if you don't know the ethnology of, or etymology of, or the definition of the diseases that come from the spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. What is the divination format? And I specifically asked her just like this. What is the divination format of prophecy? Why am I asking her that? I'll show you when I get the Federal Register. What is the divination format of prophecy? The divination format of prophecy can be classified based on inspiration, behavior, and office. What? Wait a minute. Say that again, Bing. I asked Bing, what is the divination format of prophecy? And she says the divination format of prophecy can be classified based on inspiration, behavior, and office. Here are some types of divinatory prophets: seers, oracles, givers, soothsayers, but oracle and givers are one word together. Oracle givers, soothsayers, and diviners. These prophets predict the future or tell the divine will of the oracular statements by means of instruments, dreams, telepathy, clairvoyance, or visions received in a frenzied state of ecstasy. Instruments, dreams, telepathy, clairvoyance, or visions received in the frenzied state of ecstasy. Cult prophets or priest prophets. These prophets are part of the priestly staff of a sanctuary, and their duty is to pronounce the divine oracular word at appropriate point in liturgy. Now, when I go to Federal Register, that means that the prophetess and prophets in the government the oracles in the government, the beings in high places, missionary or apostolic prophets. These prophets maintain that the religious truth revealed to them is unique to themselves alone. Okay. Reformative or revolutionary prophets. These prophets look to the past and the future, closely related to the restorative or purificatory type, looking to the past as well as the ideal. Is that me? Am I a reformative or revolutionary prophet? I don't know. Because I'm not prophet. I'm not using prophecy. I'm using sound right reasoning. I'm not in no frenzy. I don't go, God has just told me. Huh? Then that speaking in tongues. Today I was encouraged to make a phone call to listen to people in prayer. And I'm going to tell you how my spirit spoke to me. It said, they speak in tongues. And when people speak it in tongues and you don't know what they're saying, you don't know what they're saying to you. If you don't know, you can't get a confirmation on what they're saying, should you be listening to them? This is what Paul speaks about. This is what he teaches about. And I remember sitting next to a warlock, and he's of self-proclaimed. He doesn't hide it. He walks with his staff. He wears his pentagram with the cross. He wears all black all the time. Very honest and straightforward. And he was sitting in church and he said, yeah, but, and he comes to church every week. And he said, but why should I be entertained and even think of giving up my demons to listen to a bunch of gibberish when they don't even follow the Bible? Because the Bible says, now this is him speaking to me, sitting there talking to me. He said, the Bible says if they speak it in tongues and I can't understand it, that ain't even right. That's worse than me talking to my demons, ain't it? I said, you right. I'm just saying he wasn't wrong. He asked me. Every time he sees something that's not right, or what he doesn't think is right according to the word, even though he's been in this sanctuary for a long time, and I'm just getting there. I'm a newbie. And I know why I was sitting there. But I always try to figure out why he's sitting there. Huh? And why he's still sitting there. Huh? With all that he deals with. And when he asked me particular questions, the only thing I could do is go based on my actual factual knowledge. Like, yeah, you're right. He said, well, where do I find that in the scriptures? And I said, 1 Corinthians. This was last month sometime, y'all know. 1 Corinthians 14. And he said, thank you. So, my point is, I had to ask her, B, the ethnology, the etymology, and the definition. And then the flip side of prophecy. Now, why did I just take y'all through all that? Stay with me. Look. I know I'm moving slow and I'm talking slower than usual, but I need you to stay with me. Look right here. Oh, I got to share the screen. Share the screen. Share the screen. Share the screen. Square, share the screen. Share the screen. Oh, share the screen. There we go. All right. See what I put in the Federal Register? I don't know if you have to squint. Let me look at my phone and see. Oh, hold on one second. I got a phone call. Let me check real quick. See if it's important. All right. So now what I did is, oh, I said I was checking. As soon as I checked my phone, that's when I seen what I saw. But here, I didn't go and check what I was supposed to be checking. Oh, I said I was checking. Okay, there you go. There you go. Yeah, it don't look like you can see the screen that good, that little box I got down there, but let me try it anyway. So I decided to go to Federal Register. And remember what I said? If you want to know what's going on in your city or your town, you could type in that city or town and Federal Register would tell you what's going on. Well, I decided I was like, well, if that be the case, actually, let me attempt to see if I type in words out of the Bible, what's going to pop up in Federal Register. Oh my goodness, why I did that, huh? Now, when I typed in prophecy, it's only 24 documents found. That's good. Because earlier I typed in, I could go back, it was like so many. I forgot what word I typed in. I was just playing around. But good to see it's only 24 documents found about the word prophecy up in here. Oh, I typed in ass chips. Oh man, I seen a document in there with a bunch of names. I said, boy, I'm not even gonna touch on this. This one I was gonna read from what's his name? Jonathan Haidt. I was do some Codex off of his and saw all these names and stuff. And I said, nope, let me get out of ass chips. Okay. So look, when I put in prophecy, In the Federal Register, it said the first thing that comes up in 2023 now, 2023, notice of intention to cancel registrations of certain investment advisors pursuant of Section 203H in the Investment Advisors Act of 1940. And they just fixed this from a prophecy assessment management, LP, Fusion Analytics Investment Partners. Why the word prophecy asset management? Who knows what they talking about in these strange tongues and languages? Huh? Legal name 80172. That's the 72. Huh? I just want to say, I don't know why Copper Christ want to pull so far away from me. He's scary. He's scary. He's so scary. But he always be on point. But he got to do a doggone tug of war with me, scary behind. I should change the title to Scary Latrell Tinwell. Huh? And the reason why I say that is, look at this right here. He just mentioned July 4th, right? That looked like July 4th to me. You know how they do the dates? You know how they do the dates? And they fix it. They put the year first, and then the month, and then the day. See that right there? 72, July 4th. The legal name is 0801 7274. Prophecy. Then there was one again, 75. So March 9th, 1975. Prophecy Asset Management. 1940 Advisors Investment Act. I want to click it. I want to click it. But it just won't see. You know, I have to go so deep in the rabbit hole if I click that one. Then look at this one right here. And I'm telling you, not even 2 hours ago, he just mentioned that date, that July 4th. I'm just saying. Then let me scroll down. The next prophecy in the Federal Register. Reinstatement of HUD's discriminatory effects standard. This was this year too. Under prophecy, look what it say. Act must play an important part in avoiding the Kerner Commission's grim prophecy that and it got O in brackets, and nation is moving toward two societies, one black and one white, separate. What is this? This is in 2023. Should I click it? I'm just saying, should I click this? Ain't nobody over here with me and the Lord. I'm waiting for the Lord to answer it. Should I click it? Because what is the Kerner Commissioner's grim prophecy? Our nation is moving toward two societies, one black and one white. So it never was about black and white. They saying that's what it's becoming now. I'm scared to click that one. Here go another one, affirmatively furthering fair housing. This was in February. Is that an important date? February 9th? I don't know. The act must play an important part in avoiding the current commission's grim prophecy that our nation is moving toward two societies. One black. Remember when I told y'all? See, it says B in brackets with a lack. Look at that. Then look at this, candidate debates. This was 2017. Because he or she lacks certain amount of support, becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Petition at 3. Federal Election Commission 2017. 2017. Threaten wildlife and grizzly bears. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Unsuitable because of high risk of mortality would become a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that bears entering unsuitable habitat may no longer be a member. See what I'm saying? They got it so coded up, you don't even have to click the link. You don't have to click the blue, the ignition. 2016. The volume requirement below statutory targets was a self-fulfilling prophecy that guaranteed that the blend wall would never be exceeded. And this is about diesel, right? Biomass. In 20, standard for biomass. Look at this, hospital stuff. Hospital stuff. Spearman Brown prophecy. Spearman Brown prophecy. Spearman Brown prophecy formula to estimate the reliability based on what would be expected if a sample size was increased. The Spearman, you talk about a squatter man. This stuff right here unfolding before your eyes. The Spearman prophecy formula, that's a formula. I mean, Indian bows and arrows and spears, right? Spear Brown man prophecy formula score that time using time is on your side. The ICC and the Spearman Brown prophecy formula. Spearman Brown prophecy formula. Sound like I'm talking a bunch of gibberish, don't it? Methodology for prioritizing status reviews and accompanying 12-month findings on petition for listing under Endangered Species Act. The act to improve species conditioning was a cynical and self-fulfilling prophecy. Our response in our 40 years experience implementing the act. I'm just saying. Then they go into the hospital again. Correlation coefficient and the Spearman prophecy formula. The Spearman Brown prophecy formula is an accepted statistical method that estimates rather than 6 months of data that we used using the Spearman prophecy formula. Now they back at biomass and fueling. Now you know fuel is what? Where you find more fuel, where you find old dead bodies, huh? And the market merely responded in a manner of self-fulfilling prophecy, 73, although EPA did not waive any renewable fuel requirements. That was 2015. Then they go to 2014, back to the spearman prophecy formula. Then it says the prophecy fulfills itself in a home mortgage. In our government, they use the word prophecies all the time. Absentee landlords and speculators move in. Stable families move out. How can an absentee landlord and speculators move in? If the landlord is absent, how can he move in? It says stable families move out and absentee landlord and speculators move in. The prophecy fulfills itself. What are they talking about? I'm not clicking these links. I'm showing y'all something about prophecies where Paul says it is important that we ask for special abilities, especially the gift of prophecy. Here on the fees and unified carrier registration, Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Administration, problem of moral hazard, self-fulfilling prophecies. It says comments ATA, TIA, and YRC worldwide commented that by mirroring, they're using the word mirror and prophecy for the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. No wonder God moved me off of the truck. I'm just saying. Down to 2006, substance abuse, changes in National Registry evidence-based programs and practices, substance abuse and mental health services. Treatments could ossify research and practice, thus becoming self-fulfilling prophecies, stifling innovation and validation of existing alternatives. What's my point? My point is the government using prophecies. The government uses words like prophecies, self-fulfilling prophecies. Even down to our disinfectants, byproducts, and drinking water regulations. They say a self-fulfilling prophecy. Are we underestimating the role of environment in gene environment? What? How was this stuff missed? The latest in their prophecies is, what did they say in their last two? The latest is that the act must play an important role in avoiding the Kerner Commission's grim prophecy. They're trying to avoid a prophecy that the nation is moving into two societies. As recent as January, February, March, and as recent as June 2023. What else they got in here about the word with the word prophecy? Collected information in the information age. This was 2000. It says self-employed tax preparation and filing burden with a question mark. And it says what policies, business prophecies, and procedures might the IRS change to maximize benefits of information? Prophecies. Next. Notice of determinations regarding eligibility to apply for worker adjustment assistance. and NAFTA, transitional adjustment assistance. American Eagle Outfitter Black Hawk Services, Odessa, Texas, Prophecy Limited. I'm just saying. In control of emissions and air pollution, self-fulfilling prophecy. In federal procurement, the Justice Department, self-fulfilling prophecies. There is also evidence that minorities face discrimination in self-fulfilling prophecies. Here goes something in 1996. Commenter labeled the paragraph an unnecessary burden requiring an active prophecy. I'm just saying. Then they got prophecies in here, say more topics. Let me see what prophecies is in science and technology. Science and technology. 2016, 2015, renewable fuels, drinking water, and non-road diesel engines. Environmental Protection Agency. These are all the same prophecy. Which ones were money? Which ones were money? 2023 was me. All the ones from 2023 was about money. Meaning the one that says act must play an important part in avoiding the Kerner Commission's grim prophecy that our nation is moving towards two societies, one black and one white. That's in fair housing and urban development. And a notice to cancel registration in certain investments that happened in an act in 1940. I'm going to click that one about this prophecy asset. Oh, these are the people within the prophecy asset management. Oh, prophecy asset management is right here. Oh boy, I'm yawning. There go the blue. All Blue Labs Management. Jordan, I bet all these names are very important. Dayon Information Tech Limited. Carter Financer. Vita Intellectus Institutional. Savion. Alpha Mall. Look at this mess. Invictus Capital Investors. DevDeno. John Miller Stinnen. So just recent that these names, All Blue Labs Management, Jordan Chaplin, Clout Capital Advisors, all these names have an important role in a prophecy of today. At any time after June 26, 2023, the Commission may issue an order or orders canceling the registrations of any or all of the registrants listed in the attached appendix upon basis of information stated above, unless an order or orders for a hearing on the cancellation shall be issued upon request upon the Commission's own motion. Persons who requested a hearing or who requested to be advised as whether a hearing is being ordered will receive any notices or orders in the issue of matter. Oh boy. I'm reading here to say something about no longer in existence. Investors. Okay, so why does it have the word prophecy anywhere here? I guess I wasn't supposed to click this link because look, that word prophecy ain't nowhere on here. Oh well. All right, all right. The word prophecy is not there. Let me click back. Oh, prophecy assessment management group. Duh, it was there. Okay. So now back to what's his name? Paul. So Paul says, let love be your greatest aim. Nevertheless, ask also for special abilities the Holy Spirit gives, especially the gift of prophecy, being able to preach the message of God. But if your gift is being able to speak in tongues, let me put tongues in here. Let me put tongues and see what comes up. Tongues. Woo! Tongues got more than prophecy. Prophecy only had 24. Prophecy only had 24. They got 805 tongues. Tongue point says, let me see in the last 30 days. Well, 2 in the last 30 days. medical. Neck node right, base of the tongue, primary tumor, health and services, diseases, grants, emergency medical, health and public welfare. 2 in health and public welfare. Let's see. Oh, but they both the same too. Let me go back. Let me go back in tongues. Tongues had 805. Dang it, man. Proposed rules. Let me see. Wait, commerce. Wait a minute. Which one should I pick? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should I pick what the world view is with tongue? Business, industry, science, technology, environment, anything about money, commerce, human health. Let me click commerce and see what commerce got tongues inside. They okay, it's a land, Tongue Point Sands. Tongue Point Sands. Where? Oregon, Tongue Point, Oregon. Tongue Point, Oregon. If Oregon is the tongue point of the United States, China, tongue and groove construction, tongue point. Tongue point seems to mean a lot to the government. Oregon, tongue point, Oregon, tongue point. Tongues in assembly, that's equipment. Tongue point. Blubber, tongues, and flippers. Taking off the northern fur seals. I'm gonna kick out of here if they still talking about tongue point. Mammals. True. Okay. Let me get out of here. So Karma's human and health services department. The interior department. Now that would be the thing, right? If I click that, it's 137. And you know, with the interior, the Department of Interior, remember what they're doing with the graves. Huh? What they're doing with the graves, giving repatriation to all of the Indians, right? The natives, right? Well, let me see what the Interior Department working on with tongues. Boy, don't let it be funny and hilarious, please. Endangered species. American Heart's tongue fern. That's a plant, right? Okay. Plant life. American Heart's tongue fern. America Heart's tongue fern. Mexican long tongue bat. I'm just saying, look, they say Mexican long tongue back, but then they say recreation, hunting access, livestock grazing, transportation, and civilian. I'm just saying. It says projectile tongues that they use to catch small invertebrate prey. They talking about lizards, salamanders, 12-month finding, huh? They did a 12-month, the bumblebee. We at the beehive. And it says the tongue's length. There's no evidence of tongue length as a predictor. Well as Rob Nectar. Xerxes Society. That's in Utah. Regarding the tongue length. Undertongue. Turtles. Sublingual undertongue feature unique. The turtles. You is a turtle culture. They got plans. American Heart tongues come up again. Tongue point. There they go, back in Oregon. Tongue point. Prince William. What Prince William got to do with tongues over here? Huh? Why does Prince William have anything to do with Chungach National Forest and tongue points over here? I'm just saying. What does Prince William have to do with Tongue Point, Oregon? See what I'm saying? I need to get off of here. The wiggling worm in the tongue resembles a live. Wait, these turtles' appendage, soft tissue attached underneath the tongue that resembles a live wiggling worm. We know that. America Heart Tongue. Tongue River Group, Fort Union. In the museum, Ekalaka. I'm just saying. I'm trying to figure out just the first verse. I ain't got nowhere but the first verse in an hour. Let love be the greatest aim. Nevertheless, ask also for special abilities of the Holy Spirit gives, especially the gift of prophecy, being able to preach the message of God. But if your gift is that being able to speak in tongues, that is to speak languages you haven't learned. Let's stop at the speaking tongues again. Long-billed bird, with a wolf spirit and a protruding tongue. I'm just saying. Wasn't somebody just talking about wolves earlier? Long-billed bird. Near the handle is a wolf spirit with a protruding tongue. That's American Indian artwork. Is it American Indian artwork, or is this part of what they do in reparation for? I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's a staff. Okay, it's a staff. It's a staff. And on that staff, there's a wolf spirit on the staff with a protruding tongue. No, that's not what it say. That's what it say. It say it right here. I'm not making it up. Part of prophecy. No, well, the government uses the word prophecy here in Federal Register. You don't have to believe it. You could go and check it out for yourself. There's a bunch of investors right now dealing with prophecies. Prophecies. But you don't want to believe in prophecies in the Bible, in the word, right? It's okay. It don't matter. I'm here to straighten the record, right? Get the record straight right now. Getting the record straight. Record. I'm the record. Look, what else about tongues? They got so many things about tongues. American heart again. American heart tongue. American heart tongue. Long nose bat with a long tongue. Mexican long tongue bat. And a long nose. Oh, they got the tongue tree. It's a Miami tiger beetle. You want to pick at lions, it's okay, Miami got lions and tigers, You must be afraid of the lions, the tigers, and the bears because they just had a prophecy just a minute ago about some bears, But they pulling out Miami tiger beetles. What is that, a beetle or a scarab? Is that a tiger or a lion? Is it from Miami or is it from the Bahamas? Which one is it? Because it says whatever it is, it's a Floridana, not a Floridian, Somebody corrected me today about Vietnamese, Because I like to say, I've been saying all my life Vietnamese. I said I learned how to say Merry Christmas in Vietnamese. And he said, Vietnamese, you was a Vietnamese. I said, no, that's not the word. But when I realized that being breaks down words, I said, yes, sir. It's not a Floridian. It's a Floridana. You better get it right from now on. It's a bunch of correction going and getting the record straight right now. Here you go. Look at that. Albizia lebec tongue tree. You know, people are the trees. An old veteran walked up to me today and he said, yes, you seemed happy with your grands. I said, yes, wasn't they beautiful, right? And he said, yes, I got 63 grands. I said, what? He said, yes, I am a tree. He sure did. Yes, he did. He said, I'm the roots of the tree. He said, I've got a big tree. Okay, I'm just talking about my experience. And it's happened today, less than 24 hours ago. I'm not exaggerating. Oh, there go the partridge. Where are they talking about tongues here? Tongue tree, tongue tree again. The Mexicans got the bats. Did they get the bats from a carved tree? Mexican long-tongued bat. Did they get the... I don't know. Then they talking about American heart's tongue again. Is your heart, what you speak comes from the heart. You have to use your tongue to get the language from your heart, right? So does a man think so? I don't know, but American heart tongue is in their prophecies here. Yes, they use prophecies here in the Federal Register. This is just, you know what? I'm going to stop because nobody can, you'll never understand what it is I'm seeing here. Because it's like I'm speaking in unknown tongues. And with me speaking in unknown tongues, following behind these unknown tongues that we don't know what they're saying, I may need to listen to Paul, right? Paul said, but he said, especially the gift of prophecy. And he says, but if your gifts is being able to speak in tongues, meaning there are some of those who could speak in tongues. Look at this. What AIDS got to do with tongues? They go to two lions. They go to two lions. They go to two lions. Oh my goodness. Now, why am I saying that? Why am I talking about the two lions? Infection associated with AIDS. They lying. They trying. They lying, huh? They lying. They lying. You know what they trying to do? Based on, let me tell you, based on, now I'm in righteous mind right now. I'm in a righteous mind. And there was a picture that I seen earlier. And some of you may already know about it. I've never seen it before. It's a picture that I seen for the first time. And it had to do with being sanctification. It had to do with sanctification. Let me go to that chapter. Hive, the bee, groupish, conservative, moral foundations, right? See, I told you this book, I'm glad I left it sitting here. Look right here. See these listing of the two lion subspecies? They trying too hard. This was 2015. They've been trying to wipe out the lions, the blood of the lion of Judah. They keep coming up with stuff. Look, 2015, and it won't work. Now look at this. What wildlife and plants got to do with two lion subspecies? Endangered. Here, let me put this in the chat. As a matter of fact, I'm going to open a new tab and type in this picture. I'm going to let y'all see this picture that I'm talking about that's in the book. Okay? Al Gore, huh? Allegory of chastity. Is it coming? Chastity. Watch this picture. Where is it? Oh, come on. Don't play with me. Images. Images. This is the one that's in his book right now. Let me share the screen. I got to come out of this shared screen. Who that here with me? Alchemos. Alchemos. Good evening. Salutes. Lay low. Ha ha. Salutes. Look. I gotta add to the share screen. Stop sharing. Dang, I hate to stop sharing that part. Share. I'm going to share the entire screen so you can see this allegory. This picture. And then what it has to do with what I just showed in the Federal Register. Entire screen. Click it. Come on now. Can I click it? Yes, it can. Oh, it's not letting me click the screen. No, don't do that. Entire screen. Oh, I already did. Okay. See right here? See this right here? See this? Oh, it's not letting me. It's taking me in, zooming out. Can I view it better? There we go. See that? So that's what's in this Jonathan Haidt book, right? So you see the two lions. Now here, look at me today. Now I was looking at this earlier today. I was reading this earlier, and this is all the way. Y'all know I haven't even gotten to the chapter about moral foundations of politics. And he just stopped me in the email from reading this book, right? But reading it online, reading it out loud. Now here I am on something 2015 about the listing of two lions. You see it right here? Let me look at my phone and see if the screen, am I sharing the screen? Because sometimes I think I'm sharing the screen and I'm not. King Ellis, greater light to you, King Ellis. No, it's still sharing on that. Wait a minute. Shouldn't be sharing like that. Oh, no, I don't want it to share like that. Come out of that. Yeah, this is how I needed to share. Just like this. See this picture? This is what I was reading earlier when I got in. And then here in tongues. So the studies they doing listing two lion subspecies. I want to click it. Yep, I'm going to click it. Dang. Trying not to go so deep into the rabbit hole. Humane Society of the United States. Humane Society International. Petition date. African lion subspecies. Panthera leo. That's when you always saying things twice. Nafair. Leo as threatened species was warranted and proposed. It ain't threatened until they mess with it. Discussed under the summary task force Leo. Southeastern Africa. And then Asian Western, they trying to figure out how to kill the bloodline. That's what they doing. Based on the comment, peer reviews, we revise the section, trophy hunting, providing additional information on practices that experts have identified as undermining sustainable trophy hunting. Recommended best practices and reforms, biological impacts of trophy hunting, online populations, corruption of range countries, expanded our assessment of the level of threat and trophy hunting presents to the species. And somebody was talking about trophies again, talking about trophies today. This is need to see how things, man, whatever. Additionally, we have incorporated information and infanticide, corruption, traditional use of lion parts and products, disease, climate change. Under discussion of rule preamble, we further clarify factors. The look at that. Look at the word right there. If I said to you, I'm telling you that my bloodline sickles and only a lion's blood sickles, and then they got studies and they want to call a lion a melanin. Melanochikaita, because that's how it would be pronounced. And remember I said, well, when they was killing lions, they wasn't killing lions just to decorate and decor their floors and stuff. I told you that every time I do something, it's going to be some type of form of confirmation. Is that form of confirmation because I'm connected with a source or wave through this artificial intelligence system that is taking what's in my blood and my DNA and transferring it to this system? Or was this here stuff here already here before I got here? And all I'm doing is unlocking the codes through my DNA and finding information that I need that suits and is suitable for me. And the reason why I keep saying I can't get on and debate with nobody, when you divide the word of truth for yourself, it's not debatable. Everything that I've said about my life from the beginning, when I go all the way to my son and show the light coming out and the Twin Towers falling, none of it is debatable. When I talk about my record online, it's not debatable. When I've said where they had and contained me when they did their research and development and stuck this chip in my back of my head, it's not debatable. Now all the way down to the code of my DNA, it ain't debatable. And I don't need to go and get information and confirmation from nobody, because the confirmation will automatically, naturally come. It's coming. Look at this right here. Not only is the word melanated in there, I just saw something else. In the mitochondrial, look at what they doing. That's just for the lion. I could take this right now and go even further. Fission fusion. In this study right here showing how hard they're trying to kill off the Lion of Judah bloodline. See that right there? There you go. There you go. There you go. Look at this. Look at this. This was 2015. But look how long they've been studying. Now that say 1950, but look in the prophecy. Look in the prophecy that I just showed. Let's go back to prophecy. The first word in prophecy, or the first, see that? Wait a minute. 1940. See that right there? 1940. Prophecy assessment. Kerner's Commission's Grim Prophecy. See the R? See how they got that? See how they got that right there? When it never was about black and white in the first place. It's about the blood. And now we're moving into the era. The word era was in here. Where we will not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content within us. Unnecessary burden in the prophecy. See that? Look at this. Tongues. Look at this in tongues. Look at this right here in tongues. Wait. I missed this one. Let me read it one more time. Let love be your greatest aim. Nevertheless, ask also for special abilities the Holy Spirit gives, especially the gift of prophecy, being able to preach the messages of God. But if your gifts is that of being able to speak in tongues, in quotations, Black Music Month 2023, struggle in America. Look at the words they got here. Barred from expressing themselves in their native tongues, enslaved people develop a language to articulate their hopes and dreams. Is this saying that the English language is a language that we developed and created? I'm just saying that's what it looked like it's saying right here. Look, I am not making this up. This is what the government said right here. It says, barred from expressing themselves in their native tongue, enslaved people developed a language to articulate their hopes and dreams. And every day we articulate our hopes and dreams in what language? I don't know. Now, this is their mess. They got this here. This was here. And it was created in June. Now, what is Paul saying about tongues? But if your gift is being able to speak in tongues, that is, to speak in languages you haven't learned, you will be talking to God, but not to others. Oh, that's deep. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I done figured it out. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Let me say that one more time. Look. Wait a minute. But if your gift is that of being able to speak in tongues, that is, to speak in languages you haven't learned. Now it says here, barred from expressing themselves from their native tongues, enslaved people developed a language. They developed a language that was, so when you develop it, you didn't learn it. You will be talking to God, but not to others, since they won't be able to understand you. I don't want you to understand me. Oh, snap! Oh my goodness, I gotta get off of here now. I want to do some deep research now. Oh my goodness. Huh? Okay. I got you. I got it. Let me stay with myself. Stay with myself. Stay. Right here. Stay. Wait a minute. Okay, back to the Lion of Judah. Back to the lion. So not only, now let me ask Bing. Let me ask Bing real quick. Well, how many animals are considered melancholy? Okay, wait a minute. Maasai. Young Maasai boys traditionally guarded the herds at night. See the stuff they talking about? They talking about whole stories in here. Oh, the Tanzania. I was listening to a man, pastoral livelihoods. Oh my goodness, this is getting too deep. I subbed to somebody recently, right? And I was listening to the story of this African dude saying how, as a baby, he was given, look at the dogs. It's talking about dogs and all, men and dogs during the day. This looked like a whole fairy tale, right? He was talking about how he was given over to a witch. His mother gave him over to the guardian of Tanzania. She's the highest priest over all of Africa, the highest under the spell of. Remember, I just earlier showed you. Well, if we are in one realm, so as above, as below. A prophet in a divination form. What is that? Well, he was speaking of how his mother gave him over and her wanted to have a son because she kept having daughters. And the woman that he mentioned, and their high occult and witchcraft over all of Africa is in the forests, in the woods of Tanzania. Yeah, sure is. Lion guardians. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is getting like some type of scary movie or something. Look at this. Lions guardians. For example, some parts of Zimbabwe, Kenya, and Tanzania, livestock losses occurred during dry season. They talking in code because this is here. This is here in the tensions. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's about time for me to get off here, y'all, because I done got to the point where I'm engulfed in this biological factors, and I'm not going to concentrate on sharing it because I'm so concentrating on understanding it. And I'm about to, I should take my time and read this. Who here with me? Let me see. Who's here with? I'm on the other screen, so I can't see the chat. King Ellis, let me know. Should I go ahead and read? Should I read this little fairy tale story thing they got in here? How they trying to kill off the Lion of Judah? They've been doing it. That is dated 2015, but it shows where they started in 1950. But I think 1950 is just where they started recording it, because maybe some form of transparency had to occur in order for it to be legal for them to continue to do it through their basis of research and development. I think I'm going to go ahead and read some. The Cameroon. Oh my goodness. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Human lion conflict. Look at the words. Have I shared the screen? Can you see the screen? No. Look at that. Look at the words. Human lion conflict. Look at this. Look. Hail, Lion of Judah. Let the lion. I'm going to read this like I can't read Jonathan Haidt, huh? Putting that up there like that. Look, that was in the book. Under moral foundation of politics. Huh? The moral foundation of politics. What is this? Is that a bib on these lions? What is that on there? What is that coming from them rivers? What's that supposed to be? That river sure is dark. They trying to feed the lions Bloody Mary or something. Mess with the blood of the lions. In this picture. I'm just talking about in this picture. I'm just talking about in this picture. Just this why he got this in his book. Now let me go ahead and start reading. Dog, that's gonna throw me off from this scripture. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. You will be speaking by the power of the Spirit, but it will all be a secret. Let me read this before I continue. Let me keep reading Paul and then go back to that right there. Let love be your greatest aim. Point 1. Nevertheless, ask for special abilities the Holy Spirit gives, and especially the gift of prophecy, being able to preach the messages of God. But if your gift is that of being able to speak in tongues, that is, to speak in languages you haven't learned, you'll be talking to God, but not others, since they won't be able to understand you. You will be speaking by the power of the Spirit, but it will all be a secret. But one who prophesies, preaching the messages of God, is helping others grow in the Lord, encouraging and comforting them. So a person speaking in tongues helps himself grow spiritually, but one who prophesies, preaches messages from God, helps the entire church grow in holiness and happiness. Okay. I wish you all had the gift of speaking in tongues, but even more, I wish you were all able to prophesy, preaching God's message. But that is a greater and more useful power than to speak in unknown languages, unless, of course, you could tell everyone afterwards what you are saying so that they can get some good out of it too. Dear friends, even if I myself should come to you talking in some language you don't understand, how would that help you? But if I speak plainly what God has revealed to me and tell you the things I know and what is going to happen and the great truth of God's word, that is what you need. That is what will help you. Even musical instruments, the flute, for instance, or the harp, are examples of the need for speaking in plain, simple English rather than unknown languages. That's dang the F flute. For no one will recognize the tune of the flute. For no one will recognize the tune the flute is playing unless each note is sounded clearly. And if the army boogler doesn't play the right notes, how will the soldiers know that they are being called to battle? In the same way, if you talk to a person in some language he doesn't understand, how will he know what you mean? You might as well be talking to an empty room. I suppose that there are hundreds of different languages in the world, and all are excellent for those who understand them. But to me, they mean nothing. Ooh. A person talking to me in some of these languages will be a stranger to me, and I will be a stranger to him. Since you are so anxious to have special gifts from the Holy Spirit, holy oil, ask him for the very best, for those that will be of real help to the whole church. If someone is given the gift of speaking in unknown tongues, he should pray also for the gift of knowing what he said so that he can tell people afterwards plainly. For if I pray in a language I don't understand, my spirit is praying, but I don't know what I'm saying. Well, then, what should I do? I will do both. I will pray in unknown tongues and also in ordinary language that everyone understands. I will sing in unknown tongues and also in ordinary language so that I can understand the praise I am given. For if you praise and thank God with the Spirit alone, speaking in another language, how can you, those who don't understand you, be praising God along with you? How could they join you in giving thanks when they don't know what you are saying? You will be giving thanks very nicely, no doubt, but other people present won't be helped. I thank God that I speak in tongues privately more than in any of the rest of you. But in public worship, I would much rather speak 5 words that people can understand and be helped than 10,000 words speaking in tongues of an unknown language. And that is what I've been doing the past few days. I think I mentioned this earlier in the live, where every day someone has come in a different language in order to speak, for me to tell them Merry Christmas in their language. People are requesting it and asking to record me singing it in their language or saying it in their language and sending it to their families across the world. That happened to me 2 times today, 1 time yesterday. And the thing with the narrowness of my mind, sometimes someone asked me to say it in German. And immediately, this is that unneutral bias type, you know what I'm saying? Narrow mindedness because of certain events and things in history. Automatically, my mind was like, wait, there are Germans that are Christians. And I didn't mean it like that. And I didn't say it to her, I said it in my mind. But it just like, so I allowed her to tell me, and I said it for her. And I started it last week when a gentleman in because they know that I'm praising and they know that I'm worshiping, and they hear me say it in Spanish and English, but a man from Vietnam, he is Vietnamese, asked me and requested. Someone from Holland asked and requested. And that's how it's been going. And I've been saying, if it's only 5 or 6 words to help someone understand where I'm at in my praise, I'm happy for that. So this part of the verse I understand and I comprehend and I understand and I overstand. But now on the divination side of it with the government, like I said earlier, in order to break the bow or to break the ceiling, you have to look and realize that as below, the wicked spirituality in high places are doing the same thing. And where are they doing that? In their scriptures, right here. They're doing it right here. And these so-called unknown tongues that I can comprehend, I can comprehend this language. Indian game, and look at this. Red bat. Anyways, back to this right here. Back to this. I'm just gonna scan through and just look for some more words, and then I'm gonna get off here because I really want to morphology, subspecies, 8 subspecies, 6. Morocco. Oh boy. The car. Cape Cape Lion. Melon. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask Bing. How many mammals? Okay, Bing. How many? I'm just gonna put animals. Because if I say mammals, she'll go into a whole spill. Animals are considered melon. No, that's not what I asked. She trying to put a word for me. No. Kaita. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so far only lions. Okay. Okay. So only lions have this definition here. Uh-oh. Kalahari region. Uh-oh. Okay. Give me the etymology. No, give me the ethnology. Give me uh melancohita Milano. I should just break down Milano. No, Caída. Okay. Okay, she doing it again. It's lions. Extinct. Say where the lions had went extinct in certain areas, killed by local people. Uh-oh, she blocked me out. And then she breaking it down again. She breaking it down again. Since the 21st century, Cape lions, Cape of Good Hope, black maned lion. The type specimen for P.I. melancohita was a black maned lion from Cape of Good Hope, known as the Cape Lion. What? What? Oh, show me an image of a black maned lion. My bad. Phylogeographic analysis of lion samples from Gabon and the Republic of Congo indicate their close genetic relation to Malacaita samples. Define Mela. I'm looking at the OCH in the name. My bad. See, I should go ahead and get off of here. I should get off of here. Melanak. So it's just as close to melanated. So melanocrois, the term used in biology to describe organisms having dark color or black skin. So the lion is a melanated being. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Huh? Well, I'm not saying it. They saying it here. They're saying it. I wonder. Now I'm wondering. My mind wandering. It's time for me to get off here. I'm gonna come back sometime tomorrow and go over this tomorrow. I gotta continue. This is something I'm just gonna because it's it's nothing that I'm gonna want to come out of. Just like brush it off. Since the 1950s, West Africa applying Vander Murray. Vander, they go to Vanders. They go to Vanders. Savannah habitat. Hmm. Let me get off of here and get some rest and come back tomorrow. I appreciate y'all being over here with me in this new development summary of threats. Summary of threats, human lion conflict, habitat loss. United Nations. Oh, what the United Nations got to do with it? See, look at this. Now, this talking about lion habitat loss, right? Human population. What all these human populations and stuff got to do? Look at all 200 million. We know it ain't no 200 million lions. Look at this. See what I'm saying? Look at this. We no, it ain't no. It says human population increased, but what they trying? What does this human population have to do with lions habitat loss? See the studies. Oh, Woodrow. I know that name right there. It is mess. Mm-mm. I can't get off of here, my bad. I can. I can click the off button, but they go Alexander. See, earlier it was the Vander. They go Alexandrotos. Oh, so they got a project of how many people they want left on the earth by 2050. Huh? Loss of prey, fragmentation, and isolation. Ear protected. Wait, ain't that man name on the prophecy? Wait, what's that prophetic name? What's that prophetic name? Kerner. Oh, Kerner. See, oh, the word grim right there. See? That's what I was looking for, the grim. And I just see the word grim. Lindsay. I don't know where I was when I just saw that word grim. Creel and Creel. What are these names? Midline clock. I already passed that. Back to that grim. Did I see the word grim? And maybe go back and look for his name? Groom. Political. Oh, potential. Lindsay Whitman. Lion Aid. Cites complaint. That's enough. That's enough of the lioness. A lioness changing and checking the hail, lion of Judah. Let the lions roar, Judas, while we shake the Judas off. Huh? Shake the Judas off the mane. Shake the Judas off the mane. That's what I'm doing. Mane and tail. Shake the Judas off. I'm going to get on off of here because I know I'm getting boring. King Ellis, greater light to you. Salutes, lay low, Alchemos 83, 83. 83, 83. This was around the world, around the way, all out of no order. No order. It wasn't no order with this live. I just did it to get out of listening to that bull crap over there today. That's all. To go into my own studies of my own bloodline, something that can't be debated. There ain't nobody. There is no challenge when you rightly divide your word of truth. There ain't no challenge, huh? Now I may. We'll see. We'll see. Let me be quiet. Let me be quiet because I got rubbing my hands together, my paws, rubbing my together. Mm-hmm. Got something on my mane. On the main line. Jesus on the main line. Oh my goodness. Look, hey. On the main lion. Ready? Sing the song with me. That's you still over here with me. King Ellis, Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him. Tell I was singing today. I mean, I don't even think I took a break. I was supposed to be on break and I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop praising the Lord, huh? Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. Hey, that's the new phrase of the week. Jesus on the main. I'm talking about Melanka. The lion not only has sickle blood, not only did they try to give the lion AIDS in 2015, nah, they've been trying to take the Lion of Judah off the map. Oh, yes, they tried to keep them as trophies too, killing them all and having them as trophies. Now, look, I'm going to tell y'all something. If I'm a weirdo for the fact that it just is what it is, but I'm one of them people. When they say there's shows on animals attack, I don't laugh at none of that stuff. I never used to really like to watch it, but there's every now and then I come across one where somebody where they done tamed a lion and stuff. And then the lion tear them up. I'm talking about I can laugh for days. I'm just saying, why would you go try to tame a lion? Yeah. And then they be feeling all sorry for the people. I be like, who told you put that lion in the cage? When I was a little girl and we go to Metro Zoo, I felt sorry for the lions and the tigers. I didn't feel sorry for the monkeys. I promise you. I didn't even like going by the monkey's cage. Because all I ever saw and heard, the monkeys would pick up stuff, try to spit on you and all, give you they behind the kiss and all, But I always felt sorry for the turtles and the alligators and especially the lions. For real. Now, is that some type of form of discrimination? This is me going to Metro. We went to Metro Zoo a lot. We used to go to Metro Zoo, Monkey Jungle, and Parrot Jungle. Plenty. Yes, we had all them jungles in Miami. Oh, that take me back. See, I go right back to Federal Register and see where it said Miami, Floridana, and all, But I always felt sorry for the lions. And anybody, if you heard me trying to just define my blood based on what man told me, and I started talking about dog, and then I tell you, I don't like dogs. Never liked dogs. I love cats. But I ain't never had no connection to a dog. I smell cigarette smoke. Meaning it must be somebody standing outside by my, what you call it, because I don't smoke. By my vent. Gotta be. I don't worry about a thing. Greater light, greater, dang. They like right outside my window. Get away. Let me go ahead and cut it off here and go check. Because I don't be one of those, wait till I hear a door open, talking about, who is it? I do like my grandma do. My grandma used to, we getting up. You can stay right here, as a matter of fact. Stay live for a second. Let me go check. Y'all stay. Let me give you some music to tune into. Right by my window with their cigarette smoke. I don't smoke. Gotta be out there. They done lost their mind.